Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is the Digital Asset Investor. This morning I wanted to talk to you about my Liechtenstein exit strategy. I get many questions on here about where people are asking me, what is your exit strategy to get out of cryptocurrencies when the time comes? I have a very specific exit strategy. My exit strategy is what I'm about to show you, and I want to say up front though that my exit strategy, this is all assuming that we're talking about large sums of money, because I'm not exiting until we are talking about that, much like many of you. But I'm going to get started. I'm going to do this pretty quick so that it's very, I'm going to make it very clear what my intention is on how to exit, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. The first thing is, this is where my exit begins. I've told you all many times to get a Ledger Nano S because it's the safest way to store your digital assets. If you haven't gotten one, go ahead and get it. In the description of all my videos, you can buy the Ledger Nano S. It'll take you right to their website, okay? So when I begin my exit strategy, my digital assets, which I have on a Ledger Nano S, are going to come. I will send them from the Ledger Nano S, and then I will send XRP. That is, I'm going to be very specific here. My XRP will go from the Ledger Nano S, and I'm going to tell you where it's going to go. These are the XRP markets, and I want you to understand the why of this. These are the most liquid XRP Bitcoin markets, okay? And that's what I have pulled up. Binance, in my opinion, is not only the most reputable in this list, but it's also one of the most liquid in the world. And the liquidity, when it's exit time, the liquidity of this is very important. If you can't sell your XRP into Bitcoin, if it's not a very liquid market, then why are we all here? So one of the most liquid markets in the world right now is the Binance XRP BTC trading pair. If you're going into BTC, I'm going to go into BTC specifically because what I think the right now, and I say this a lot. I know a lot of you hate Coinbase. Okay, well, that's fine to hate Coinbase, but the fact still remains, and I'm no big fan of Coinbase, but the fact still remains. My track record is so long with Coinbase that I've been able to, over time, increase my limits there. And I'm going to go over that with you as well. But first, I'm going to start with Binance. So what we've done is I've just sent my XRP to my Binance account, okay? And this is what I want to show you next. This is a screenshot from Binance, and this is the limits. And this is one of the most important things you can be doing if you have not done it already. This shows you, this is where I increased my withdrawal limit on Binance from, they start you with being able to withdraw the equivalent of 2 Bitcoin. And you have to give them a lot of your information. And once you do, they'll increase, the next level is 100 BTC. Well, I just don't imagine that I'm ever going to have the need to move more than 100 BTC at a time, because I think at least in the short to mid run, BTC is going to continue to move the markets. And so if XRP goes up a lot, BTC will as well. And so I'll be able to move large sums of money. But you need to, if you haven't done this already, the first thing you need to do, if you like my exit strategy, if you don't and you have a better way, do it. But I don't care what anybody says. I think that the most money can be moved between Binance and Coinbase and to actually get out into your bank account. Okay. So the first thing is increase your limit on Binance. Now I'm going to show you. So what I would do is, after I've sent my XRP from my ledger to Binance, this is Binance's exchange. I'm going to go to the XRP BTC trading pair on Binance, and I'm going to sell my whatever XRP I'm selling. I'm going to sell into Bitcoin. You could also sell it into Ethereum, but you have to sell it into a digital asset that is supported by Coinbase if you're going to Coinbase from here. I'm going to go with BTC, and the reason I'm going to use BTC is because BTC is more liquid than Ethereum. Even if I've heard a lot of people say, well, why wouldn't you just do it in Ethereum because it's faster, you can transfer it faster. Well, I believe what's more important in an environment where I'm going to be selling a large sum of XRP into one of them, I would rather the market be more liquid so that I can sell my XRP, a large sum, into it easier. So I'm going to sell my XRP into BTC, and then after it's in BTC, since I have withdrawal limits that are approved with Binance, I am then going to send the BTC to Coinbase. But before we talk about that, and I said Coinbase, but I meant Coinbase Pro. What you're looking at here, this is in Coinbase Pro, you're going to need to do the same thing. You're going to need to increase your withdrawal limits on Coinbase Pro. And Coinbase Pro, this is the section right here. I screenshot this for you. You can increase your withdrawal limits, and I think it goes even beyond $1 million, but I think you have to have bought and sold pretty high volumes in order to do it. But Coinbase, especially in large sums of money, is going to be especially for U.S. citizens. If you're in Europe, I might look at Bitstamp, but I like Bitstamp. I've always liked Bitstamp, but the problem is I have to deal with international wires being from the United States if I'm dealing with Bitstamp. Those of you in Europe, it may be as simple as it is for us in the U.S. on Coinbase, may be just as simple on Bitstamp for you. So look at that if you're in Europe. But anyway, in either case, I don't think Bitstamp even has withdrawal limits. I think that they've got it set up where you can withdraw as much as possible. And if I was in Europe, that's probably who I would be using. Never had any problems with Bitstamp. Okay, so next, once my Bitcoin has arrived at Coinbase, I'm going to go into the Coinbase trading platform, which looks like this, and this is a screenshot of that as well. I'm going to sell my bit. You have two options on Coinbase Pro, I believe. You can sell you can sell into US. You don't have to withdraw to your bank account. If you aren't sure that you want to come out, you can sell your Bitcoin into US dollars and just let the US dollars sit there on Coinbase. I mean, I don't know why you would want to do that, but if you're not sure if you're wanting to go back in the market or whatever, you don't have to withdraw it. But on Coinbase, you can link your bank account and you will be able to withdraw. And I think that if it's over a certain amount, they require you to do a wire from your Coinbase account into your bank account. But the point is, Coinbase has been tested. I put money I take money from Coinbase to my bank account often just from money that I've made online and different things like that. And so it works. I've done it. They've been around longer than anybody else. I mean, I've heard that Bittrex is going to add USD and this type of thing, but they haven't done it yet, and they don't have it in a way yet, to my knowledge, where I can move the money the way that I can in Coinbase. And until that happens, I would be more than happy to abandon Coinbase. But I don't believe that you truly can abandon it if you're talking about large amounts of money in the United States yet. Now that's going to happen. Uphold. Now, if you're talking about smaller sums of money, I would probably go through Uphold, because with smaller amounts of money, you can go from XRP straight into your bank account. But that's not with large amounts of money, to my knowledge, yet. Now that will change. A lot's going to change. One day you'll be able to go to your bank and exchange XRP, is what I believe. But for the time being, that's not the way it is. So that is what my exit strategy is going to be, and I hope that helps some of you. And after I do make my exit, I will see you in Liechtenstein. And so thank you guys for listening. I am not an investment advisor. I am the digital asset investor. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you.